Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if anybody will know that I'm here today or not. Some of you know I was coming home. Okay, I think I have everything sorted except I can't get to my camera software. It decided it's disappeared. So I cannot bring you in any closer. I'm looking for it. It went away a minute ago. So I'm hoping this is all working. I tried to test it yesterday. Of course, I had taken the camera and everything else with me, so. Oops, that's not what I want. Well, who knows? Anyways, hello to whoever's there. I'm gonna just work on some stuff. There's my Lisa. Yes. Traveling gypsy friend. Yeah, I sort of am. I don't know if anybody knows I'm going to be here, and I can't seem to get to Facebook. So if you would do me a shout out, I would appreciate it, my dear friend. Um, I can't get to my camera software, and I can't get to my Facebook right this minute. So I guess it's all right. It's not a big deal. Thank you, hon. I appreciate it. I've been outside working in the gardens. I managed to get 2 out of 3 beds pretty much dealt with. I've even gotten most of the tomatoes um, tied up, so that's helping. Um, that's a big thing. They were covered in weeds really bad. Um, the I don't know. It's really weird. One garden, I put tomatoes and peppers and things in both my beds. Okay, so now why is that popping up? There we go. Hi, Riri. Hello, hello. Lisa maybe not right there, Riri. She went to let everybody know that I was actually here today. Um, since I've been gone so much, she went to let them know. So she'll be back in a minute, though. Anyways, the garden beds they were just filled with weeds. But I have 2 big beds, and I had put tomatoes and eggplants and different things in both beds. One of them, the tomatoes actually have tomatoes on it. The other one, basically, the only thing living in it was weeds. So it's kind of weird. Hi, Patricia. I'm not going to stay terrible long, just so y'all know. I'm going to tell everybody that again in a few minutes. I'm glad you're glad, Patricia. Um, we're we're gonna take a pizza over to mom's in a little while after a while, so I need to, get off. I'm only gonna stay about an hour, I think, today, just simply because I want to make sure I'm ready to go to mom's for Mother's Day, because we did go over there Friday. Yeah, Friday. They actually had what they called it a tea, and there was treats and things like that. That's not going to work. Let's find something different. Now, Lisa's here, and she told everybody the other day, okay, that's not drawing, and it's not writing. We're going to stream together on Thursdays. What we're going to do is we're going to switch weeks back and forth. That's not going to work either. I need something that's going to work. Let's see. Hi, Nashua. Hannah just made her own blend of loose tea. It's yummy. Dried lemon peel, hibiscus, rose petals, and black tea. Ooh, yum. That sounds good. Thanks, Nashua. Anything with hibiscus in it is really, to me, really good. I like hibiscus. Of course, I like it just plain. Just plain hibiscus tea. It's kind of like drinking lemonade, if you ask me. It's kind of fruity and yeah, that'll work. Okay. I went yesterday morning. We have a nursery here it's called East Hill Edible Landscape is what it's called. And she does a lot of odd type plants. And I wanted a yacon, I think that's how you say it. Anyways, and she had sunchokes or Jerusalem artichokes. She had those two. And she had some different kinds of purple basil that I wanted because my basil did not survive my being gone. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hi, Vanessa. We had a freeze in late March, the 27th of, no, not the 27th of March, but late in March, it went down to 27 degrees here. We weren't home. And I, of course, had put all my vegetables in the garden because I always do that. And then what grows, grows, and what doesn't, doesn't. And so, needless to say, a lot of things did not survive. And I have to replant. So, am I off camera? I hope not. So, but Mom wanted the pizza before we left, and I promised her we would bring her one. And since I don't want to fight the restaurants today, today's going to be pizza day. Hi, Sherry. So she's going to get a real exciting Mother's Day present. And since I was outside before 7 o'clock doing weeding, the garden was just a mess. So the yard is a mess. Jeffrey was pulling tall weeds when I came in. And the lawnmower's broke. His brother felt like he broke it, but it slipped off. Jeff said one of the belts came off a pulley. So, but it's going to take him a bit to fix it, and he didn't feel like fixing it today. So. But apparently, to finish the front yard, he was pushing the riding lawnmower because the neighbor was telling us about this. It was kind of funny. Oh, that one's fat. I think we need to fix that one. Yeah. So, Lisa, what are you going to work on tomorrow night? You going to finish your painty paper holder? Uh-oh, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, somehow or another, I lost my camera software. I can't get to it, so I can't stop that if it's pulsing. I'll try to hold real still and not make it focus. I did do one painted one. It's kind of, oh, we were in Deming, New Mexico. I didn't do a lot of that this time. Just time. The Fast and Fun watercolor book. Okay. Are we going to Jelly Print on Thursday? Is that still the plan? Thursday, 2 o'clock, Lisa's channel. I still have to go back and watch the other Fast and Furious watercolor book things. Yes, please. Okay. Jeffrey asked me if I was going to, I'll show you one thing. I have to show you one thing. Jeffrey asked me if I was going to show it to you. Let me see if I can find it. They're right here. Uh-huh. Okay, I got to move stuff. Hold on just a minute. While we were at the camping rally, we were walking around, you know, they have vendors and all that kind of stuff. And one of the vendors, I think for RV Glass Solutions, which is a company that insures your windshield, which we have insurance with our regular insurance, but RV Solutions is the one they'll ship it to. So it really didn't matter. But anyway, she was giving away playing cards. And she was chucking these into an empty box. And I asked her what she was going to do with them. And she said she was going to put them in the recycling. And I asked her if I could have them. Okay. So she said yes. And I'm like, oh, goody, goody. So before it was all over, I collected them for a couple of days. And they're really interesting. Let me see if I can get this one open. This one's taped. But all the boxes that the cards came in, they apparently made their own boxes. So they must have used overruns or something like that to make their own boxes. Because this is the box. Yeah, we should never feel like we have to get something done just because somebody is doing it, Vanessa. But that's the box. So it's got, this one has really weird like Day of the Dead stuff on it. And it's got some really strange images in it. This one has this is Caribbean Airlines, but that's got like an angel, and then it's got hummingbirds and a lady cooking. But on the inside is then It's really cool. Cards. See? So the box is like cards. This one's chocolates. Well, and that was the thing, Vanessa. The gal that was throwing them away she said, "What are you going to do with them?" I said, "I have no idea what I'm going to do with them." I said, "But if my husband can collect rocks, then I can collect weird boxes that are going in the trash." So Jeffrey helped me flatten a bunch of them out. Isn't that weird? Yeah, Jeff found them. Jeff found them for me. He just said, "But I found them." He noticed her throwing them in the bin, and he's like pointing at them, and it's like, yeah, you better look at those, Tanya, because I know you're gonna want them. So I have no clue what I'm gonna do with them, but some of them may be going out in Same-Sex Wednesday packages, for one, because we are talking about doing Same-Sex Wednesday again. I haven't talked to everybody, and I have not sent emails, but we're talking about doing it. That was a discussion a week or two ago. Yeah, weren't they cool? They're really cool. So, what's going to happen with these postcards? I don't know if you all know this, but I usually bind them into a book. These are all the postcards I sent my mom while we were gone. And since this boring stuff has to be done, I figured since I was going to be talking to you and visiting with you, that I would be doing this. Oh, hi, Becky. Becky, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to ask you, do you have by any chance like a bad print from your little tiny printer, like one that didn't come out very good, or a little piece of one that you didn't use or something, where I could see what the paper's like? Scott is moving the house ground wires today, so you're going to be in and out. Okay, well, just be careful, and I hope he's careful. Vanessa, if you check out my channel, Lisa's channel, APG Jamie's channel, thank you, Becky. I really would appreciate it. I'd like to know what the paper feels like, because I think before our next trip, I want to order one of those little printers. There was Jean Strumba Jean Peter Art is what her channel is. Paint Girly Lori, Barbara Clark, and Maria's Miscellany. Is that right? Did I get them right, Lisa? Any of those people will have Same-Sex Wednesday playlists. And it's a hop, Vanessa, that 6 of us at a time, and we've done it 3 times now, and I didn't get it organized right before I left. Everything was kind of up in the air, so I have to do it again. Hi, Annie Rowe. I got it right. Okay. And thank you, Becky. I really, really appreciate that. Okay. This one I cannot see. I want to see if it's going to be something I can use for my postcards, because I got kind of bored with some of my postcards this time. Especially like when we were in Red Bay. It's like, ugh, that was 2.5 weeks of not getting to do much. But then we went to Wetumpka, and boy, did we have a good time. We went bottle digging and rock picking, and of course we ate out. We went thrift store shopping, and I went thrift store shopping quite often while we were on our trip. Well, yeah, Lisa, have you seen Becky's little printer? Plus, I have an app on my phone now where I can take multiple pictures and put them into one 4x6 format and print one 4x6 picture with multiple little itty bitty images, which would be really cool for my postcards. So that, and I have decided I'm going to have to send Mom postcards while we're home, because she's told me her mailbox is already sad. The last of my postcards came in the other day, and she knew that her mailbox will be sad. So I'm going to have to I think I'm going to do some fun arty postcards, kind of like we do index card a day, and then do that. Yes, Lisa, I actually am going to do a haul for my trip. I have things collected in a huge pile behind me back there. But I haven't been able to look at it yet. I haven't had chance. So, I'm going to, it may take 2 hauls for my trip, because I just have so much stuff back there. All right, I will, Lisa. I know that she would think that that was fun. The I think, she won't be as lonely as you think, because we'll be home, but at the same time, she has fun getting the postcards out of her mailbox for this project that I do. And it's a good, because I write on them, it's a good way to do a journal. Well, yeah, Patricia, and we went twice while I went twice while we were in Wetumpka the last few days, because Patty and I went to a couple places on the way the first day, and then Jeff went with us another day. Actually, I think we went 3 times. Because on Saturday we went to a garage sale or 2. We didn't find many. That's another thing. Wetumpka is near this place called Santuck, and the first Annie, I make a lot of the postcards. Like this one. Okay, we were at an RV convention, and this, if you, let me see. Right, I guess you can't see it. This is from the RV convention flyer. This is from another part, whether that was the book or something, the RV convention. This was from the RV convention flyer, and I made those. But like this one is when we got to Davis Monthan Fam Camp. Davis Monthan Fam Camp. That's the one in Tucson. This is pieces put over the top of a KOA flyer. This is parts and pieces from the brochure for Alpine. I was just looking to see, I'm sure, okay. This one I bought because this was a day we went to the Queen Mine Tour in Bisbee, Arizona. And so I bought that one. I bought this one. It was in Bisbee. We went back to Bisbee to look around the town. And I bought that one that day at one of the stores. This one is made up from the brochure for the Deming Museum. I painted that one. This one we were in Deming. I stayed at home and Jeff went on a field trip to hunt rocks. I bought this one when we went to Tombstone. If we were in the national parks, I always buy theirs. Thanks, Lisa. Hi, Violet. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Hi, Brittany. Hope I didn't miss anybody else coming in. Hi, Sharon. This was when we do the national parks, I always buy a postcard from the park because their bookstore is what helps fund the park. So I always buy a postcard. They're so expensive. They're 50 cents to $1 maybe. So I always buy when we're at the park. Okay, but the town of Miscela, there was no postcards anywhere, so I made one up out of their brochure. And that was from the park. This was from another National Historic Site. That one is stuck. Oh, we went to see the Marfa Lights in Texas. And of course, there's no postcard for that. So anytime I couldn't buy one, I would make one. So, and then what I do is I punch holes in them, like I've been doing, and then I turn them into a book, and I have collected little. I collect. What do you call those things? Copper pressed pennies. See Becky's comment above. Okay. An ATC size print will be fine. Just a piece of that paper would be perfect, Becky. I don't need a full postcard size. No. I want to see if I made a little tiny picture, if I could put it on my postcards, or if it's going to be too heavy, or if it's not going to glue down good, that kind of thing. So whatever you have that's that didn't come out good, or it doesn't have to be a good picture either. It just has. I just want to have a piece of the paper. Thank you. Sharon, I hope I said hello. Thanks, Lisa, for catching Becky's comment because I wasn't paying attention. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get one of my other books and I'll show it to you what I do with these. I think it's good to see you all here. I thank you very much. Just an FYI. You can do collages of your pictures and make them into postcards. Yes, and that's that. I have an app on my phone, Becky, so that I can make collages too, and that was another thing I'm hoping for. Because sometimes I run out of ideas. But what happens is I make a postcard, and I'm sorry for the pulsing. I don't know what happened. I've lost my camera software, and I'm going to have to, I guess, re-download it, and I didn't have time today. So the app for the printer lets you do them too. Printer app is awesome. Okay, awesome, Becky. Thank you. Anyways, so this was a short trip we took in the fall of 2019. And see, this is all of the little things I collected. And these were the postcards that I sent to Mom. That's actually a real leaf underneath the Mod Podge. And so what I do is I turn them into a book just like this. And this was last spring's trip. You can tell it was longer because I sent her a postcard. This is, okay, I think this was the day, March, Mesa. This was the day Jeff went riding by himself. Oh, actually, he went with another person who had another Jeep. Because that trail right there was beyond me. One day here, back in here, it says I drew on the map, and I said it was, oh yeah, this is the heart attack waiting to happen spot. This is a Forest Service map, and then I put the forest over it, and it's from the San Juan National Forest. And then I drew the drive we took, and this is a switchback thing that was awful. And that was from Arches, and I bought it. So I do both. This was a day in Omaha. We went to dinner at a Kino place that friends knew about, and Jeff and we went shopping at an Oriental food market that I wanted a few things at. Thrift store shopping. Our trip from Omaha to Iowa. The day when I didn't have anything else, so I just made a postcard. Stuff like that. Actually, Violet, Boondockers is now part of Harvest Host. If you're familiar with Harvest Host, Boondockers and Harvest Host are together now. And we do belong. We haven't used their too many of the facilities simply because they haven't been on our route, but we do boondock a fair amount. Auntie Ro, a lot of people have collected cards in the past. The other thing about it, somebody asked me one time if I journaled while we were gone, and I do, but this also ends up being a journal in itself because I write to Mom about what we've done every day. So it's kind of like a journal and a pictorial record, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, there's a lot of places to boondock. One of the things, the BLM land is more prevalent out west, so we can stay out west in boondock. Um, we just the we haven't made a specific trip where we used the boondocker sites, which we should do, but they just haven't been on our map for where we were at the time. Um, we ended up sometimes we end up boondocking in campgrounds, um, because we can use military campgrounds. A lot of times they don't have sites with hookups that are available, so we can boondock. We'd stayed in San Antonio on a boondock site where we didn't have any facilities, but we had a perfectly good place to park. Yeah, like a travel daily. That's right, Sherry. Just like a travel daily. It's because I send her a card pretty much every day, um, and therefore she gets a card. She says a lot of times she gets two, three, four, sometimes a day, and sometimes I think it's because of where they come from. Sometimes it's the weekends, but like I would have mailed her one from Red Bay, Alabama, and then the next day it would have come from Wetumpka. Well, those two places probably got to her at the same time. The other thing is, Violet, not all boondock sites can hold us. Um, we're 36 foot long and we have four slides. So there's a lot of like the wineries and the places like that, ranches and things like that have nice big spots where we could boondock. But some of the smaller facilities, there's actually over in Milton, there's a new place that's listed on the Boondocker site. It's a restaurant, it's a barbecue restaurant. So there's a lot of that kind of thing has out there. Auntie, you should do something with them. Okay, I gotta mark some more. See if I do this weekend, maybe next Sunday I combine this silly thing together. Uh, that's what I'm hoping for, anyways. Oh, that one's gonna have to be trimmed. See, sometimes they're too. I don't care if they're the same length this way, but sometimes they're the wrong height. And so I will go in and trim the bottom off a little bit just to make them fit better in the book. They when they're different this way, then they don't work so well. She has this, yes, in Montana she probably has a space big enough for me. Um, and if we went to Alaska, we would probably be hitting a few of those places. Um, we're talking about going to Alaska next year. I don't know that we're going to for sure, but we're talking about it. Um, we're talking about New England in the fall. Um, this is the day we went to the Gem and Mineral Show in Deming, New Mexico, right? Deming, New Mexico? Yeah. Um, Jeff actually went out on a field trip with them, and then we went hunting other rocks. We had to buy a tub for rocks. Ooh. Yes, we have a 36-foot RV, Auntie. Um, that doesn't that's red. It's not going to show up. It's big enough to live in. We had intended to live in the other one. Yeah, Lisa, the other thing though is that there's a trip up the eastern seaboard of Canada that I'd like to do. I've never been up there, and oh, this was the day. I'm not sure where this is too. That I have to find it. Jamie and I went to this place called Texas Art Supply. It is really cool. It is a really cool place. And I bought a stamp. It's long. It's a border stamp, but it has all these pencils on it. I have to find my stuffs. I'm not sure where everything is. So we've been to Alaska. Brandon was 4 when we went to Alaska. So that was 26 years ago. I think 26 years ago. Yeah. It was an adventure. But we always seem to have adventures. We had to cut our trip short this time, actually. We broke a windshield and had to come home and have it dealt with while we were in Red Bay. Yeah, Lisa, I thought it was cool. That store, this Texas Art Supply, I'd like to go back. It was really cool. It is downtown Houston, and Jamie's husband drove us down, which was really sweet because I'd have never found it. Plus knowing where to park and all that kind of stuff. We went to that was our first stop this trip. We went to Conroe, Texas, and visited Jamie and her husband for a couple of days. And they took us to the art supply store. We were going to go there is a resale art supply store. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a thrift store for art supplies. I told Hannah I wanted to take a trip to Alaska, and she said she would be happy with Colorado. So we're going to have a garage sale and try to take a trip to Colorado. Yay! Colorado is not someplace we've spent a lot of time together. Both Jeff and I have been to Colorado on work trips, so we've done a bunch of different things. Oh, this is when we stayed at Frog City RV Park. It's right there off the expressway. But the fall would be the best time to go, I would think. It'd be nice. It'd be cool. All right, that one's gonna have to be trimmed too. It's amazing how fast an hour goes. I'm not even going to get us all done. So let me go to Eastern Tennessee next weekend. North and South Carolina is a couple of places I have not been to. One of the reasons we're doing the Eastern Seaboard is because Jeff's never been up there. The Maine, Vermont, those states up there are Jeff's got 4 states he's never been to. And those are the 4. Now, I've been there, and it's been a long time since I've been there, but I don't think I've ever been in South Carolina. Um, and I'm not sure about North Carolina. But we can do that on a shorter trip. Those are places that are not so far apart that we could not so far away rather. Seriously consider retiring, going back to Arizona. And I'm going to tell you that, quite frankly, you can keep Arizona. Hi, Julie. I'm only staying for just a little while, Julie. I didn't tell everybody who's coming on because I didn't know for sure. I've been out doing yep, I'm planning to go away again. Not right away, but soon. Yeah, I would think so, Lisa. Just to sit and look at the trees. I missed trees when we were in Arizona. We were actually in Arizona when it was pretty chilly. Now, the last couple days of the RV convention that we went to a rally. And the last couple of days of that, it got to 91 and 90. But I live in Florida, and this humidity is much worse than that. So it wasn't really the heat. I miss trees. I just miss the green grass and trees. And well, thank you, Julie. I missed you guys too. I was never so glad as when we got to Alabama, and there were trees and green hills and all the green stuff. I was just like, oh, thank heavens for green stuff. I missed that. The desert's really nice, and we actually had snow in the desert and things like that. It was chilly enough because we left early in the year, and we were pretty far south. It snowed on us in San Antonio. Yeah, Becky, Jeff and I both like the mountains too. Um, when we were in Tucson, we went to Mount Lemon, and there's a lot of trees up on Mount Lemon. Yeah, cold and wet would probably bother me. I'm from Michigan, so I'm kind of used to cold and wet. South Dakota was very cold while we were there. We were there 12 years, and it was very cold. When it's so cold it doesn't snow, that's cold. And we had a lot of time that's how cold it was. So, but Becky, both Jeff and I would prefer the mountains. We came back here because we had parents to take care of. This is not someplace we would have come back to because we love the beach. You know, we almost never go to the beach. That's how little we are really beach people. So, oh, sweetie, thank you very, 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 very much. I appreciate it because, like I said, there were especially like things where we were there for several days doing the same thing, like when we were doing the FMCA rally, or we were in Red Bay, or I would have loved to have taken some pictures while we were in Wetumpka of the things that we were doing instead of just doing Wetumpka pictures. Yeah, Becky, that's how come, we have to do those things because we have to take care of our parents. That's the way it works. So, oh, this was a fun day. Okay. this is it. We went to Tucson and we went to the Desert Rat off-road place. Then we went to a four-wheel drive place. Then we went to Arizona Art Supply place. Um, this one is a day where we laundry, cleaning, groceries, giant chore day. We, every so often you have to do laundry. And I think that's where we were parked. No, that's the laundry mat. Does it show where we were parked? Oh, we were parked right there. I'll try to find my software for next week, and so that I don't give you all a headache from all that going in and out. But Julie, yes, we're talking. We will be taking another trip, just maybe not right this minute. And but we had intended to travel more than we've been able to. The COVID really kind of messed things up after we got the new RV. Yes, we got a new windshield. We actually got a new windshield 2 days after we got there. The windshield wasn't a problem. It was waiting on a repair bay that was the problem. And there's always that kind of stuff. And if you just go there, they just can take care of stuff. But you have to wait. There, you can't make an appointment. You have to wait. And unfortunately, it was kind of a long wait. And windshield, the way they do a windshield and when you go to Red Bay is that when they call you into the shop, you pull your rig in the shop, and you have to leave it, and then they start the windshield. Let me see if I can show you what it looked like. The Okay, let me see if you can see it. Let's see. Turn it this way. You see it's taped, and if you can tell, these things that are sticking out of it, they're suction cups. So after the first day, they back you out of they just back you out of the garage, just barely, and you can put your slides out and you can spend the night in it, but then the next day you have to leave and you pull it back in and then they finish. So it takes 2 days to put that windshield in, because this windshield, well, it's almost as tall as I am, and it's 8.5 feet across, and it's curved around the edges right there. It's curved. So it's a thing to put in a windshield, and the insurance company wanted us to have it done in the campground. Becky, I will tell you that there are people that it's been 2 and 3 months that they haven't been able to get parts for their RVs. That's it is true with anything that you have to have fixed right now, I swear. But we talked to one couple who had been up there 2 or 3 times over an awning, and they can't get the part for it. And their rig is not that old. It's not like it's really old and it's just because they can't get parts. And I will tell you what, if you needed an RV air conditioner right now, you might as well forget it. There are rigs, brand spanking new rigs, going out to their owners without furniture and without air conditioners. That's true, Annie Rowe. Um, but yeah, it's needing a part for something is not a good thing right now. I'm glad that Jeffrey can work on things. I'm glad that we have more than one car, so that if we end up in a situation, we've got something else. Because honestly, and used cars are almost non-existent. You can almost not get one right now. Mechanical is bad, tech is worse. I wouldn't doubt that. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. And I'm not going to stay on much longer because I have to get off. We're going to go. Hi, Barbara. We're going to. We're going to go take Mom a pizza and stuff like that for Mother's Day. I haven't been doing anything really, Barbara. I've just been visiting. I still haven't totally unpacked everything. I've been working in the garden. Well, I'll show you. I came home to a really big mess. The garden is terrible. Come on. Oh, let's see here. That is just weeds. It's just packed with weeds. I do have tomatoes growing, but all of my beds, that thing right there was so nasty. I had to get pliers to pull it out because it's got thorns about this thick, and it's all just weeds. Um, One of the beds, the weeds were so bad. This bed that there's the tomatoes and eggplant stuff I had put in didn't grow. Of course, we got a real bad freeze. But I lost all my banana trees pretty much. But there's the weeds are just really overtaking things. Yep, gardens require gardeners. That is true, Becky. Julie stayed home. Yes. Oh, that's good. Oh, hi, River. It's Deborah, right? Hi, Deborah. That's true too, Becky. Um, you know what, Barbara? The good fairy mowed the lawn, and that good fairy that mowed the lawn, I can't tell you how good he is to us. But the lawnmower broke. He was doing the front lawn. He actually pushed the riding mower to finish the lawn. Jeff says that it's a belt that came off. So, hi, Andrea. I hate to tell you all that you just came in, and I'm going to get ready and go here in just a minute. Um, Partially because I have to shower. I can't go up to Mom's because I've been outdoors, and I was outside pulling weeds before 7 because it's so hot here that yesterday, um, Well, yesterday though, we did go downtown. There's a nursery here that's called East Hill Edible Landscaping, and she carries some odd plants, and she had something that I wanted, and you got to get it while she's got it. So we got up early and went to that yesterday morning, and so when we got back from that, I worked in the garden until after lunchtime, and so I actually have 2 beds are pretty much are cleaned up, and then the other two. Thank you, Lisa. I just wanted to say hey and let you guys know I was home and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go, but I'm really glad you're here. But before I go, let me say that hi Joan. Lisa and I talked about this, and neither one of us can go back to doing 3 times a week right now. Um, there's I just got too much going on. She's got too much going on. We want to stream together. We may stream together more Sundays and Mondays, possibly. And if we get a chance and we're both free, we might come on something other time. But for right now, I'm going to do my Sunday at 1. Lisa's going to do her Monday night. And Lisa, you're doing 6 o'clock now, right? I hope. Lisa's doing Monday night. And then on Thursday at 2 o'clock, we're going to be switching back and forth on our channels. This Thursday, we will be jelly printing on Lisa's channel at 2. So I'm on 1 at Sunday, Lisa's at 6 on Monday, and on Thursdays at 2, we will either be on my channel or her channel. This week, it will be her channel. And then next week will be my channel. So we'll be switching back and forth on Thursdays for now. We just both have a ton of stuff to do, and I need to work, and I need to find my house because, we moved the house with wheels into this house. I did 6 loads of laundry the other day. So, it's just one of those things. Anyways, guys, happy Mother's Day. Have a wonderful Sunday. I love you all. I missed you all a bunch. And what's Yahoo! Jillian with it. Okay. Oh, and Barbara got her new 9x12. Yay, Barbara. Anyways, guys, bye. I love y'all. See y'all soon.